What if I told you one of the fastest rising stars in combat sports has been leaving opponents so battered that some reportedly needed days to recover after stepping into the ring with her? This isn't hype, this isn't luck, and it definitely isn't a coincidence. Every time Mona Kimura steps between the ropes, she seems to get more dangerous. Her opponents know exactly what's coming: relentless pressure, explosive kicks, and punches that never stop flying. But stopping her is an entirely different story. Today, we're breaking down the brutal performances that have everyone talking and why many fans believe Mona Kimura is becoming one of the most feared names in women's kickboxing. Let's get into it. Mona Kimura's rise hasn't happened overnight. She's spent years sharpening her skills, improving every aspect of her game, and transforming into a complete fighter. While many athletes rely on one signature weapon, Kimura brings a full arsenal every time she competes. What separates her isn't just power, it's the pace. From the opening bell, she forces opponents into uncomfortable positions, constantly moving forward, cutting off the ring, and refusing to give them time to breathe. That relentless style has become her trademark. One of the clearest examples came during the summer of 2025, when Kimura squared off against veteran kickboxer Satoko Ozawa. On paper, experience favored Ozawa. Many expected the veteran to slow the younger fighter down, with timing and composure. Instead, Mona immediately took control. She mixed sharp front kicks with quick combinations, constantly changing levels between the body and the head. Every exchange seemed to end with Ozawa backing up. Rather than chasing reckless knockouts, Mona patiently broke her opponent down. Every kick landed with purpose. Every punch forced another reaction. It wasn't flashy, it was calculated destruction. As the fight continued, Ozawa struggled to establish any rhythm. Whenever she tried to step forward, Mona answered with perfectly timed counters. Whenever she attempted to create distance, Kimura closed the gap before she could reset. That's one of Mona's biggest strengths. She doesn't simply attack, she forces mistakes. And once those mistakes appear, she capitalizes immediately. One sequence perfectly captured her growing fight IQ. Ozawa threw forward, hoping to catch Mona before she could fire. Instead, Kimura slipped the attack and answered with a clean right hand that instantly changed the momentum. The crowd erupted. The commentators couldn't hide their excitement. Moments like that aren't accidents. They're the result of countless hours spent mastering timing. Throughout the fight, Mona kept returning to her front kick. At first glance, it looked simple, but it served multiple purposes. It disrupted Ozawa's balance. It controlled the distance. It prevented counterattacks. And perhaps most importantly, it opened the door for her dangerous straight right hand. This wasn't random aggression. It was intelligent pressure. As the rounds went on, the damage became more visible. Ozawa began showing signs of wear. Her movement slowed. There was visible bleeding. Every exchange seemed harder than the last. Yet Kimura never abandoned her game plan. She stayed disciplined. No wild swings. No unnecessary risks. Just relentless pressure and precise striking. After the victory, Mona spoke with confidence but remained humble. She expressed satisfaction with her performance, while making it clear she believes there's still another level waiting to be unlocked. She also hinted that she's ready to fight for championship gold. That's an important mindset. Many young fighters become comfortable after impressive wins. Mona appears to be doing the opposite. Each victory only raises her expectations. What makes Kimura especially dangerous is how quickly she's evolving. Fight after fight, fans notice something new. One performance highlights improved footwork. The next showcases sharper boxing. Then comes stronger defense. Then better kick setups. She's adding new layers every time she competes. That's exactly what coaches love to see in a developing star. Another reason fans are paying attention is her composure. Despite the excitement surrounding her rise, Mona rarely looks rushed inside the ring. She remains patient. She waits for openings, and when those openings appear, she attacks with bad intentions. That balance between patience and aggression is incredibly difficult to master. Yet Kimura is already showing flashes of it. Of course, headlines claiming fighters were sent to the hospital grab attention. Combat sports are physically demanding, and tough battles can leave athletes with injuries that require medical evaluation or treatment afterward. While dramatic headlines make great conversation, what truly stands out is the consistent punishment Kimura delivers throughout her fights. She doesn't rely on one lucky punch. She gradually overwhelms opponents until they're forced to survive instead of compete. That's arguably even more impressive. Watching Mona fight feels like watching someone who genuinely believes she belongs among the elite. She walks forward with confidence. She trusts her preparation. She trusts her conditioning. And she trusts her ability to break opponents mentally as well as physically. That confidence becomes contagious. Once she gains momentum, it's incredibly difficult for anyone standing across from her to stop it. The scary part? She's still improving. She's still learning. She's still gaining experience. If this version of Mona Kimura is already producing performances like these, imagine what she'll look like after another few years, against even tougher competition. That's why so many fans believe we're witnessing the early stages of something special, not just another talented prospect, a genuine future star. Whether she continues climbing the rankings, earns title opportunities, or takes on even bigger names, one thing seems certain. Every opponent stepping into the ring with Mona Kimura knows they're in for a long night, because once she finds her rhythm, she rarely lets it go. So what do you think? Is Mona Kimura already one of the most exciting rising stars in kickboxing? Or do you think her biggest tests are still ahead? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Mona Kimura Ringside, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest fight analysis, career updates, and combat sports stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.